Welcome back to a very special edition of the Redline Raceway. Today we have a special lowrider race. These are like rolling works of art, and there's a lot of money and a lot of time invested in the paint job, the upholstery, the hydraulic systems. You know, I was born in East Los Angeles, and as a kid I used to see these lowriders driving up and down Whittier Boulevard, and they just fascinated me. It was amazing to see them. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do a one-by-one race. We're going to see how far these lowriders can go. You know, they're not really made for speed. They're really made to go low and slow and to show off their amazing colors and amazing paint schemes. Today's race is all about how far your car can go on this track. Let's check out the 1949 Ford F1 truck. And then into turn 2. See, these trucks and cars are much slower than most of the trucks and cars that you'll see. Oh, it slides out horizontally, and that's where it's going to stop. So we're going to put a marker there. We're going to put it right there on the side where it ended up. Let's go to the 1947 Chevy Fleetline. As it goes down the hill into turn 1 and now into turn 2. It looks like it just stopped right there. That's about all it had. As I said, these cars are made for show and not for go. Let's look at the 1964 Lincoln Continental Lowrider. As you see it going down the hill into turn 1, and that's where it's going to stop. So we're going to move it over off to the side. It's going to be a little precarious sitting here right behind the Fleetline. There isn't much space there on the grass to put the car, but we're going to put it off to the side. Next we have a 1961 Chevy Impala in red. Goes into turn 1, then it goes into turn 2, goes a little sideways, goes a little squirrely, oh, hits the rail and goes upside down as it slides on its roof. Let's look at the slow motion replay on that. As it seemed to have maybe bumped the Fleetline on the way, goes sideways one way, then goes sideways the other way, hits the rail, and then goes on its side and then on its roof, upside down, sliding down the straightaway. So we're going to set it off to the side right where it landed, right where it ended. Let's go with the 59 Chevy Impala. It goes down the hill into turn 1 and then into turn 2. Gets a little squirrely there into the 180 turn. It's going to stop right there. Just ran out of juice. So runs out of juice right in Carnage Canyon. Thankfully, it wasn't going too fast, so it didn't fall into the canyon. Next, we have the 1964 Chevy Impala. There's a lot of quality airbrushing on these cars as it goes into turn 1, then goes into turn 2. Oh, it goes upside down. And that's where it's going to rest. We're going to set it aside right there. Next, we have a 1964 Buick Riviera. As it cruises down the hill into turn 1, cruises into turn 2, and that's about as far as it went. He's going in reverse. We're going to put him back to the furthest point that he went on the track. So let's look at the 1965 Chevy Impala. It's a nice, long, lean car. Goes into turn 1, goes into turn 2. Looks like it's going pretty fast. It's the 180 turn, goes into Carnage Canyon through the 45 degree, gets a little squirrely there, into the crisscross crash number 1, hitting that nice sweeping turn into crisscross crash number 2. It definitely went farther than any other lowriders, and this is our winner of the race. The endurance race, the goal was to get as far as possible, and this 65 Chevy Impala did just that. We hope you enjoyed this interesting format for lowriders. Lowriders are made for show, not for go, and they are amazing rolling works of art. So we hope you enjoyed this race at the Redline Raceway.